Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Monday morning, our favorite time of the week, really. I talk about it every Friday. It's always just that waiting for Monday morning when you're a day trader. And I just tripped on my cord. Just 1 second. All right. I tripped on my phone charger cord. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, anyway, sorry. Bitcoin taking a beating this morning. So, we'll kind of see. I admit I was last night. Basically yesterday, we're at all-time highs. I was kind of thinking, man, here we go. Riot, Mara, BT, et cetera, et cetera. But, ultimately just trade what's in front of you. And looks like going to be a day off for the crypto plays. All right. DP asks about Rito. Ooh, hey, DP. Well done. DP says, low float, 14 million trash, volume 20 million, 52-week high, don't see news, possible 945 dip or rip or late day VWAP, hold high day. DP, my man, well done. Somebody's been paying attention. Yeah, well done. So sketchy Chinese stock, but the volume is there. It's kind of the one big runner today, and well done, DP. Thank you. Thanks, DP. Great breakdown on Rito. Man, I love that. See, and I think you guys know this. The reason I do this every day is, I enjoy teaching this stuff, and sure, it's like, hey, give me a breakdown, give me something to trade, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, what I want you to do is be able to do this stuff yourself and be self-sufficient. So, 100% a 945. Man, I love that. That makes me happy. Dip and rip. And as always, if it spikes too early, it becomes a late day VWAP hold hot break. Booyah! CBTC, low float, uptrending chart near highs. CBTC. Steven, maybe that's a typo. I see a Bitcoin OTC, but Steven, maybe that's a typo. Sorry. SWRM OTC gapper. Yes, Friday night's OTC gapper. Remember these OTCs? I always say the same thing. With the OTCs, always the same answer in pre. One morning. Well, no, number one is if you gapped it, sell the gap. Number two is morning panic dip buys. And number three is afternoon OTC swizzle setup. SWRM example. Because as always, guys, I can't give you a trade plan outside of that. I can't give you any more of that other than that because there's just no value. Because it's an OTCs barely trade in pre-market, barely, and so it's like anyway. What do you think about CCIV? Big week for CCIV. Please, let's bust out the whiteboard. So what we want to, this is that real EV SPAC. Typically we wait for afternoons on these. And so what we would like to see is, I haven't used purple in a while. So what we'd like to see is kind of that grinding above VWAP and then 2 p.m. perks for swing. I kind of like purple. 2 p.m. perks for swing. Now, what we want, keep in mind what I drew there, is we want this thing to stay above VWAP. Above VWAP, buyers are in control. We want buyers are in control. Just let this thing grind sideways and then look into that afternoon perks with risk on VWAP fail. Okay? Risk. So let's say this perks into the afternoon window. Awesome. Your entry is triggered. Then we never trade any stock without a stop. You would then risk on a VWAP fail. So if let's say it perks at 2 p.m., perfectly timed, grinds a little higher, then say the market gets weak in the afternoon, etc. If it breaks down below VWAP, you move on. A lot of you guys talking about OTCs. Guys and gals. Listen, remember, never in my 15-year history have I seen OTCs this hot. Never. So, but keep in mind, so don't think I'm like, OTCs suck. I used to say that, okay? If you were here, a year, I started roughly a year ago. Now, if you were here like last February, last March, I was probably like, who cares about OTCs? Who cares? Fall changed that, and then winter. I mean, once we got into winter, OTCs exploded. Okay? So, don't, just because I said that a year ago, it changed this winter, this fall. But again, I can't really give you a trade plan when there's no volume, Here's the thing. Join the Steady Trade team. I'm live during the market open every day. So yes, please don't misunderstand me. Whiteboard on CCIV. Whiteboard on CCIV. And Snap, week open red to green. Oh, I hope so. What's Snap doing? Yes. Garrett, one of my favorite slower moving swing trades. So Snap is one of the main, what I would call boring. Okay. And when I say boring, it's not a put down, but if you're really busy today, you're really busy this week, love Snapchat for that lower risk trade that you can walk away from the computer. I mean, you guys know that. I mean, listen, if you're trading RETO, okay, if you're trading RETO, make sure you got your coffee, make sure you got, everything you need, okay? Because get yourself a pee jug if you need it, okay? I've done that before. I'm not too proud to admit I've used the pee jug many times, actually. Anyway, don't leave the computer if you're trading RETO. Don't leave for 10 seconds. Now, if you have things to do today, Snapchat is awesome for a swing. CLSN. Oh, nice move. Cancer news. Higher float, but good volume. And we got a gap to fill. I would say this. Not my favorite chart. So, not my fave daily. Cancer news. Gap to fill. What was the volume? 22 million shares. Good. I mean, that's good volume. 20 million shares traded, but higher float. I'll say this. Not my favorite setup. And I'm not bashing it. It's just this, and this is why. And I'm gonna end on this. Okay. So why? Why was I instantly like, I don't know. So you got to think about that right there. That was last summer. Okay. I'm assuming bad news. You could go back and check, but it looks like they probably had a FDA fail or who knows. So you have this big run up, then the fade, and then the big gap down. So my concern, notice how CLSN failed to break out at 350 again. Okay. So I've got issues with that 350 level on CLSN because there's tons of gap. There's a ton of bag holders from that gap down from 350 to 1. Does that make sense? And it does not surprise me that, last week or whenever it was, notice how that 350 area was in play. What day was that? On the 11th. So on the 11th, big spike, kissed 350 and failed. So to me, that 350 level is still in play. So this is what I say. Avoid CLSN until the afternoon and only trade it if it's over 350. So I say avoid early on bag holder chart. Then only look to trade this over 350 resistance. Basic technical analysis. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, check out the Steady Trade team. Check out tomorrow. I'll be back. We talk about this kind of stuff every single day. So, but if you at least have a basic working knowledge of technical analysis, that should make sense to you. You should see that on this chart. So, all right, my friends, have a great day. As always, check out the Steady Trade team, the podcast, the weekly watch list, our YouTube. Some of you might be on YouTube. We had a video yesterday on Morning Panics. We got the This Week in Steady Trade mini podcast with Matt and Jack and Kyle. Check it all out. Take advantage. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bow, 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 bow.